Vishev, good day, relatives. Welcome back. This morning I went to the gym before heading out on what was a beautiful day, and then it all changed. It very quickly started snowing. Temperatures were not as low as I had anticipated this morning, but clearly it did start snowing. I wasn't that far into the wilderness at this point, so I decided to head back and go to a lower elevation. And I'm glad that I left when I did, because the storm got a lot worse in that little pocket of where I was. But I easily was able to find another spot. And I'm glad that I didn't give up looking for a spot. This is one of the last times that I camped in this manner. There will also be a tour at the end of this video. Once I was set up, I immediately got to work getting a fire ready. I found dry pieces of bark and got some pine sap. Pine sap is super flammable and it burns for a very long time, so you can scrape off a little bit on a stick to help you get your fire started, or you can also place a small chunk of it at the base of your fire. And then I settled in for a cozy, warm night. The next day, the storm had passed, and I decided I wanted to go for a walk. I hadn't really been for a walk in the past few days, and the sunrise was so beautiful that it felt like the perfect moment. This is one of my favorite spots because the sky is so vast. There is a lot of space to park, as well as lots of trails. The small little loop goes around Reynolds Pond. This was very interesting to see. Just a few weeks ago, it felt like maybe 2 months ago, that was full of water. After spending a few days out in nature, there was a few things I needed to get done in town. I went to the library and got some work done, and I did some errands. I really prioritize work in these moments to help me with my schedule and routine, especially on the road. And after spending a day getting all of my things done, I packed up and went somewhere else. Even though it's before 4:30, it is going to get dark soon. Yesterday it was dark by 5, so I want to get this done and out of the way. When I first got here 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 7 months ago, they were also doing controlled burns because it was very early spring and the ground was wet. I haven't seen any snow here until now, and I am excited to see even a little bit on the ground. But it's definitely getting colder, so I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that I've had here, and I've got to share it with friends and family, and it just feels like this spot in particular, it just feels so right to do a little bit of a car tour for my last day in the car, because tomorrow I will be moving into my housing, and I will be there for a few weeks, and then I'll be moving into a few other places, but I am just so excited to spend the winter inside, but also there are some big plans coming, so stay tuned. Even though my car is not very clean right now, we're gonna start with the front. I have my headlamp here. I have 2 different bags. It's kind of like a, I call it like a spike bag because I did cross country and track in high school, but it's just one of those little drawstring bags. I have some
natural mosquito spray. I have just sort of an extra canvas bag. I usually just use this for like shopping. My lotion, because this is the safest place to put it. A water bottle. When you come in here, I just have a box of Kleenex. I have that is like a half bottle of lotion I'm using over there, and usually that's the one that I use when I go places to shower, and I take that one with me. I just don't feel comfortable leaving it in a bag in my car. Obviously, it's likely it will get squished, and I don't want things to have lotion all over them. My coffee cup, which is empty now. I usually wash it out at work. I have a water bottle. I have rose hips drying here. I have my vitamin thing organizer behind that. I have a few extra little things. This is my rose hip facial oil that I use. It's Burt's Bees. I need to get a new one. And then I just have a few extra things in here that I might need, like chapstick, you know. I also have my medicines and offerings here. I have sweetgrass, I have sage, I have cedar, I have tobacco. On my dash I also have more sweetgrass, and then just a little bit of lavender that I harvested this summer. So when you open the passenger back door, looks like I have these here, which I actually custom cut to fit my windows. Much cheaper than buying, especially since my work has cardboard boxes. I was able to get big boxes and cut them out exactly to size, so that was really wonderful. In this door panel, I just have my giant water bottle. I have a secret weapon. I have some toilet paper or tissues. And then I have some matches also. And then if you just look in here, generally, this is how it looks when I am about to sleep. But it's very easy for me to just push the pillow in. I fold everything on top, and then I push the seat up, and then I have the whole back seat available and open, and it doesn't necessarily always look like someone's living in here. So here, this is just my shower bag, I would say. This is what I take when I go to the gym, and has sort of all of my bathroom stuff in it. Underneath, this is my laundry bag. It's just a very old Victoria's Secret bag that zips up, so it's perfect. It perfectly fits about 2 weeks worth of laundry for me. I have an extra blanket down here, just in this extra space. And then under here, I have this little tote that has just some stuff that is more fragile or breakable, or stuff that I'm saving. I also have my backpack, and this has basically all of like my school stuff, craft stuff, wires, cables, stuff like battery packs, journals, notebooks, paints, everything like that. So like I can sort of take that wherever I want to go, or I can also sort of unload some of those things and put other things in, like to go for a hike, and then I would still have like a miniature paint set and a few other things in there just while I'm hiking. Underneath the backpack, it is hard to see. This is just a little storage container from the kitchen section at Target that I got years ago. Right now it's just full of extra bags, big, small, grocery, whatever, just for trash and other things. And then I just have a couple extra pairs of shoes under here, and that's all just under my backpack and my shower bag. Now the trunk of my car has changed several times throughout the season. Maybe in some other videos you have seen more stuff in my car. Maybe you've seen the guitar. I live very close to my home where I have storage, and so I'm able to put things like my guitar in storage when it obviously gets cold. I don't want anything happening to my guitar. I don't want to get it getting ruined. I'm just barely learning, you know, and I just want it to stay safe. So I keep things like that there, which is very, very nice. I feel very grateful that right now when I'm in a vehicle like this, I do have a spot to put some of those bigger things. Obviously, I don't have my tent in my car right now. There is snow on the ground and it is very clearly cold. Oh, the clouds are just barely turning pink with the sunset, which is happening right now, clearly. So I better hurry. I'm almost done. But this is the back. This is my cooler. It is just a simple cooler. Not a whole lot to it. I have gone between this and just simply an insulated lunch bag, like a lunchbox thing. Soft lunch bag that I have used for teaching, and it is really great because I can put all of my meals in that for work, and then have all of my other stuff in here, and there's a fridge at work that I can leave that in. This just is a Subaru attachment that I bought and just sort of slides back, but it's perfect because it makes it look like there's nothing in my car. This is obviously my bed. I have a couple mats. This one is really thick. It's also my yoga mat when I'm in a house, when I'm housed. I have my sleeping bag, which is rated for about 35 degrees, which is perfect. Here I just have my lantern and some extra cups from Starbucks. This is all my dry food storage, coffee, spices, pasta, peanut butter, sort of stuff like that. And then back here, in this little tote, I have my camp chair right here, all of my kitchen storage. I have an extra crate, which has been proven so useful this summer, because it folds down to flat, so it stays there pushed up against the back of the seat until I need it, and if I don't, then it just stays there, which is perfect. And this is just simply my bed and clothing. So up here in this basket, I have clips. I basically just have like my satin hair thing. I have my hats. I have my miniature stove in here. I have my face cloths, clean one. So not a whole lot in here, just a few things. This is my puffy jacket, but I store it here because it kind of buffers the space between where I'm sleeping and the door, so it also helps keep me a little bit warm. under my pillow when things are set up. I have my 2 blankets, which serve as extra basically warmth protection, and also just makes it darker. And I put those over the sides of my windows, one over on that side and one going on this side, to basically just make sure that things are blocked out. As you can tell, the light is getting terrible, so I'm almost done. But this is what I'm saying. I kind of just push it all back and then I bring the seat up. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is all of my clothes, basically. T-shirts, pants, shorts, tank tops, flannels, everything. Everything just sort of is in this backpack. In the top storages, I have swimsuits, I have gloves, and like snow spikes for shoes. And then in this top part, I have my rain jacket. This just sort of flips around wherever it is, front or back. Just my trash can, and I have extra trash, little trash bags here in the side. And when I sleep, I push it just to the front. This is just my bath bag. It has all of my main bathroom essentials. It also has this little hook here so I can hang it from the inside of my car, and then I have my bath bag just sort of laid out just like that, and I can use that when I'm outside. And then in here I have all of my socks, gloves, underwear, more tank tops, just sort of extra stuff like that. And then this is just all of my sweatshirts and sweaters down here. This is my whiteboard for school, because I have one course that right now that requires a whiteboard, and so that's where my whiteboard stays, just under there.
The next day, I moved myself into a tiny space, but more about that in the next episode.
Every town that I pass just reminds me of those memories that we made playing by the creek. Back when Grandpa took us down to the